Hey guys, Jonathan Feist here for Charge.io. I'm here to talk about a pretty special camera. No, not this one. I'm talking about that one. The DJI Mavic Pro. If you did not catch our full review of the DJI Mavic Pro, allow me to say again that this drone is an excellent compact flyer that focuses on putting a camera in the sky. That camera is this little cylinder, a 12 megapixel sensor that can capture up to cinematic 4K resolution, and all with amazing stability from this 3-axis shock-mounted gimbal. Video resolutions, including 720p, that's 1280 by 720 pixels at 7 different speeds, from 24 through to 120 frames per second. 1080p, or 1920 by 1080 pixels, captures also 7 speeds, that's 24 up to 96 frames per second. 2.7K, or 2704 by 1520 pixels, offers 3 speeds from 24 to 30 frames per second. Same 3 speeds are on deck for the 4K resolution at 3840 by 2160. And finally, the cinematic 4K, or 4096 by 2160 pixels, is available at just 24 frames per second. You can see that they all offer a decent look. 720p sacrifices size, obviously, but gains capture speed for those crisp, slow-motion videos. 1080p, which this entire review video has been encoded at, offers up great image quality and some slow-mo capability. But that 2.7K resolution, as you might expect, offers a little more clarity, particularly if you need to zoom in at all. At our scale, 4K shooting at either resolution offered little to no bonus over 2.7K video. Check out the full written review for a quick sample video at the full 4K resolution, unaltered. This entire video has had just a touch of color grading done to it. The Mavic Pro tends to shoot a little bit muted colors. For those that want the technical details, I bumped the master color saturation by just a few points and added just a tiny bit of vignette. I admit that more could be done to master each clip, and I have some ways to learn to best set the Mavic Pro for optimal capture in the first place, but let's just go with this video in its close to pure capture quality. I'll show off amazing shots from the sky as we go, but today is really just about showing off what this camera is actually capable of. Truth is, the video capture is very good. Focus is dead on for any object as close as a few feet from the lens, and infinite focus brings everything to the horizon into balance. The lens of the 12 megapixel shooter is sensitive to the sun. As you'll see, there's a fair amount of lens flare, but worse, there's a bad rolling effect when the sun is at your side. It's easy to look past it when you have some of these scenes in view, but it certainly deserves a look into an ND filter and maybe a lens hood if they make them. Now that lens is a 28mm lens with 78.8 degree field of view and an f2.2 aperture. This is a fairly narrow field of view compared to most drones out there, particularly those equipped with a GoPro camera. In fact, this 28mm is roughly equivalent to a 35mm lens. Underneath the glass is a 1/2.3-inch CMOS sensor with ISO speeds from 100 up to 3200. Shutter speeds from 8 seconds up to 1/8000th of a second, and the ability to capture JPEG, RAW, or both at the same time in still images, and MP4 or MOV video files. There is support for up to 64GB microSD cards, and the gimbal tilts 120 degrees up and down, 90 degrees roll, and an unmentioned value of sideways yaw. This is no Inspire 2 drone, but it's fairly capable and has 720p live video streaming back to the controller at as much as 4.3 miles away. The controller of the Mavic Pro offers a scroll wheel that allows you to adjust the exposure level of your image. Sometimes it is hard to see the display of your connected phone or tablet to make sure your exposure is right. Be prepared to handle this all in post-production until you get the hang of it. Take the time to learn to fly and you can master a few techniques. The Mavic Pro allows you to control all flight characteristics at the same time. That is, you can, for an example, fly forward while rising into the air with a slow turn and the camera slowly tilting downward. If that's too complicated, be sure to try out the several follow me modes. Just set your target and allow the drone to follow along. Finally, let's talk still images. 12 megapixels is available in the full 4000 by 3000 resolution, or drop it down to 4000 by 2250 for the 16:9 aspect ratio. You may actually find that you can pull nearly as high of quality stills out of your videos, depending on motion blur. This is important to keep in mind if you have a long video shot in mind, as you would have to stop the recording to capture a still image. Either way, you'll find the need to take your time to adjust the settings, make sure that your contrast and exposure levels are correct. Now, using the camera in completely auto mode, as you can see here in these photos, can look a little, well, cartoonish, or more like you're looking at a miniature model of the world. Before we go, don't forget that there is a tripod mode on your DJI Mavic Pro. This mode reduces the speeds of the drone, resulting in amazing stability. I have attempted to film my walk through these woods many times, with stabilized cameras, action cameras, and more. No other camera has captured the experience as well as the Mavic Pro here today. It may not be an impressive landscape or a high-flying cityscape, but I assure you, you are seeing some impressive camera capabilities here. Thank you for joining me for a good look at the footage out of the DJI Mavic Pro, an extremely capable camera packed into a tiny flying quadcopter. Check out the written companion for more camera details and for links to our full review of this amazing drone. Be sure to hit that thumbs up if you like what you see here, and subscribe to see what we have coming next. Take care all, and we'll see you next time.